Hello and welcome to Bodyology Central, your go-to YouTube channel for all things related to health and wellness. Our mission is to provide you with accurate, easy-to-understand information about a variety of health topics, so you can make informed decisions about your own health and well-being. Today, we're diving into a topic that's been making headlines around the world: vaping. Are you a vapor yourself, or do you know someone who is? Stick around as we delve into the facts and debunk common myths about vaping. Let's get started. Have you ever wondered about the real impact of vaping on your health? In recent years, vaping has surged in popularity, particularly among the younger generations. It's often seen as a cool alternative to traditional smoking, and is commonly perceived as a safer option. But how much truth is there to these beliefs? Is vaping truly a harmless pastime, or is there more to this trend than meets the eye? In the next few minutes, we will uncover the truth about vaping and its impact on your health. Firstly, vaping can lead to nicotine addiction. Most e-cigarettes, the tools used for vaping, contain nicotine, a substance that is highly addictive. It's not something to be taken lightly. The moment nicotine enters the body, it starts creating a desire for more, making it hard for users to quit. This is how addiction starts. The effects of nicotine addiction aren't just about cravings. It can lead to an increased heart rate and blood pressure, which can put a strain on your heart and overall cardiovascular system. But it doesn't stop there. Nicotine can also cause insomnia, making it difficult to get the rest your body needs. Then, there are mood swings, making you feel irritable and anxious. This isn't a simple habit, it's a powerful addiction that can take hold of your life, affecting your health, your sleep, your mood. The risk of nicotine addiction is real and can have serious health implications. Secondly, vaping can damage your lung health. Let's take a moment to delve into recent studies that have been making headlines. These studies have found a worrying link between vaping and serious lung damage. Why is this the case, you ask? Well, the answer lies in the chemicals found in vape juice. These chemicals, when inhaled, can cause inflammation in your lungs. This inflammation over time can lead to damage in the lung tissue. Now imagine this happening every time you take a drag from a vape. The damage, unfortunately, doesn't stop there. The inflammation can also make your lungs more susceptible to infections. It's a domino effect of health issues, all triggered by the seemingly harmless act of vaping. So when you take a puff of that vape, remember you're not just inhaling flavored vapor, you're inhaling a cocktail of chemicals that can cause serious harm to your lungs. The potential for lung damage is a significant risk associated with vaping. Thirdly, vaping can affect brain development in the youth. Now it's no secret that the brain continues to develop well into our mid-20s. This is a crucial period for cognitive growth and maturation. However, the nicotine present in e-cigarettes poses a serious threat to this development. The chemical nature of nicotine enables it to cross the protective barrier of our brain, where it can interfere with the normal functioning of brain cells. This can lead to serious issues with memory, concentration, and learning. Imagine being in a race but your shoes are glued to the ground. That's what nicotine does to your brain. It hinders your developmental progress. This is not just about getting lower grades or struggling with tasks that once seemed easy. It's about how it can limit your potential, how it can shape your future in ways you might not even realize. The impact on brain development is a critical reason why young people should avoid vaping. Fourthly, vaping can increase your risk of heart disease. Now you might be wondering, how does this happen? It's all down to the nicotine in e-cigarettes. This sneaky little chemical is a stimulant, and while it might make you feel good temporarily, it's also causing your blood pressure to spike. High blood pressure is like an unwanted house guest for your heart. It overstays its welcome, causes a lot of stress, and can lead to some serious damage. Over time, this elevated pressure can strain your heart, damage blood vessels, and increase your risk of heart disease. And heart disease isn't something to be taken lightly. It's the leading cause of death globally. So, when you take a hit from that vape, remember, you're not just inhaling a cloud of flavored smoke, you're inviting a potential heart problem into your life. The increased risk of heart disease is a major concern associated with vaping. Fifthly, vaping can expose you to harmful chemicals. Every puff from an e-cigarette unleashes an array of chemicals into your body. Among these are formaldehyde and acrolein. Sounds pretty scientific, right? Well, let's break it down. Formaldehyde, a well-known carcinogen, is used in building materials and to produce many household products. It's not something you'd willingly inhale, yet it's found in e-cigarette vapor. Even more concerning is acrolein. This chemical is used as a weed killer and can cause lung damage and eye and skin irritation. So when you vape, you're not just inhaling harmless water vapor. you're taking in a cocktail of chemicals that can wreak havoc on your health, from causing lung damage to increasing your risk of cancer. That's not a gamble you want to take, is it? Remember, every puff counts, and every puff could be causing unseen damage. The exposure to harmful chemicals is a significant danger of vaping. Sixthly, vaping can lead to poor oral health. You might not see it in the mirror right away, but the damage is happening. The nicotine in vape juice can cause dry mouth, which might sound like a minor inconvenience. But here's the thing, saliva plays a crucial role in our oral health. It rinses away food particles, neutralizes harmful acids, and fights off bacteria that cause tooth decay. When there's not enough of it, your risk for cavities and gum disease shoots up. And it doesn't stop there. Vaping can also lead to gum inflammation, a condition that can progress to serious gum disease if left untreated. Then there's oral cancer. While it's true that more research is needed to fully understand the link between vaping and oral cancer, preliminary studies suggest a connection. So it's not just about fresh breath or a bright smile, it's about preserving your overall health. The potential for poor oral health is another serious risk of vaping. Seventhly, vaping can lead to secondhand exposure. You might think that the vapor puffing out from an e-cigarette is just harmless water vapor, but that's far from the truth. The cloud created by vaping is actually aerosol, made up of fine particles containing varying amounts of toxic chemicals. These are many of the same chemicals found in traditional cigarettes and can be harmful to both the user and those around them. When someone vapes, they're not just affecting themselves. The aerosol they exhale can be inhaled by others, exposing them to these harmful substances. This is similar to the risks of secondhand smoke from traditional cigarettes. And it's not only about inhaling. The aerosol can also settle on surfaces, creating potential exposure to toxins through touch. So even if you're not the one vaping, you can still be exposed to the harmful effects. The risk of secondhand exposure is a concern for everyone, not just the person vaping. Scene script. Eighthly, vaping can lead to dual use. It's an eye-opening fact that many people who start vaping don't just stop at that. They often also smoke traditional cigarettes, essentially doubling their exposure to harmful substances. You see, the nicotine in vape pens and e-cigarettes is highly addictive, and it can drive users to seek out other sources of the drug, like traditional cigarettes. This double whammy of vaping and smoking multiplies the health risks. You're not just getting the potential harm from the vape pens, but you're also inhaling all the dangerous chemicals that come with traditional cigarettes. It's like jumping out of the frying pan and into the fire. This dual use doesn't just double the danger, it multiplies it. It's a vicious cycle, a harmful spiral that keeps pulling you down. So the next time you think about vaping, remember it's not just a standalone risk. The potential for dual use is another significant risk associated with vaping. Ninthly, vaping can act as a gateway to smoking. This isn't just a theory or a speculation, it's a fact backed by numerous studies. You see, the act of vaping can, and often does, lead to the use of traditional cigarettes down the line. This is particularly true for the younger demographic. Why? Well, because vaping can normalize the act of inhaling a substance. It can make the idea of smoking feel less foreign, less intimidating. Not to mention, the nicotine in vape pens can create a dependency that might push individuals to seek out other nicotine sources when vaping isn't enough. And tragically, this often leads to traditional cigarettes. Moreover, the flavors and marketing of vape products can make them seem less harmful, more approachable, especially to the youth. This perceived harmlessness can be a slippery slope leading to a potentially lifelong addiction to nicotine. The risk of vaping acting as a gateway to smoking is a serious concern. Lastly, vaping can lead to unknown long-term health effects. This is a significant concern for many, and rightfully so. Vaping is a relatively new phenomenon, and while we've been able to identify a host of immediate and short-term issues linked to its use, the long-term effects are still largely shrouded in mystery. Scientists and health experts are consistently researching and updating their findings, but the truth is, we're still in the early stages of understanding the full impact of vaping on our bodies over time. This uncertainty is worrisome. Who knows what kind of health problems might surface after a decade or two of regular vaping? There's a saying that goes, "Better safe than sorry." And it rings particularly true in this case. Why gamble with your health when the risks are unknown and potentially severe? The unknown long-term health effects are perhaps the most alarming aspect of vaping. In conclusion, vaping is not the safe alternative it is often portrayed as. From nicotine addiction to lung damage, from stunting brain development to increasing heart disease risk, from exposure to harmful chemicals to poor oral health, secondhand exposure, dual use, acting as a gateway to smoking, and unknown long-term health effects, the dangers are clear. Share this knowledge with others who may need to hear it. Remember, your health is your wealth. Protect it by saying no to vaping. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video and educate yourself about the dangers of vaping. We hope this information has been enlightening and helpful to you. If you found it valuable, please consider sharing it with your friends and family to help spread awareness about the risks associated with vaping. Remember, by staying informed, we can make better decisions for our health and the health of those around us. If you'd like to continue learning with us, please hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Here at Bodyology Central, we're committed to providing you with accurate, relevant, and engaging content about health and wellness. So until our next video, stay safe, stay healthy, and remember, your health is your wealth. Thank you for choosing Bodyology Central. See you next time.